I've been saying a lot of things on here about Stephen A. Smith in defense of Kyrie Irving. And I will continue to defend Kyrie Irving against brothers who turn on their own, um, who don't stand for anything, who will sell out anybody for the dollar. And that's who Stephen A. Smith is. But I was telling my son is 35, and Kyrie is a young man. I'm 54 years old. And I am honored that God has placed someone like Kyrie amongst us, and that I can see a man stand up just the way Muhammad Ali stood up. That same spirit, that God spirit in Kyrie. You know, Kyrie gives. I mean, he humbly gives. And he doesn't give to, like what he did for George Floyd and his people. Like, are you kidding me, man? Like, man, he is so genuine and he's so humble. And I respect his parents. I respect his father for being the figure, the father figure that he was to Kyrie that produced that. And I say that because I remember reading a story in the Bible about how the prophet Samuel visited the house of Jesse because God told Samuel that his prophet was in the house of Jesse. And Samuel went to Jesse and he asked him about his sons. And Jesse brought out his smart son, his strong son, and every son that Jesse thought was worthy of being picked by God to be God's prophet. And then Samuel asked Jesse, "Do you have any more? Is there anybody else?" And Jesse, dismissingly, my son David is in the field attending to the sheep. He said, "Well, let me see him." And when Samuel saw him, he said, "Oh, that's him. That's him." You might not have thought that was God's man because he was tending to the sheep and he wasn't strong and he wasn't, smart and he, whatever the case may be. See, we don't know. But I'm telling you that, and I told, I tell people that you're seeing a man like no other in these times. There are men. I have men that I look up to and that teach me and that give me wisdom, right? And these men are put down and disapproved by main street or main society as well. But I'm telling you that Kyrie is special. And all the young brothers and all the older brothers, when you witness a man with that kind of character, man, it's humbling. It really is. And I will defend him against characters like Stephen A. Smith every single minute, every single hour, every single week, every single month, every single year, right? Because the nonsense and the craziness that's going on and the way black men are being portrayed, we need strong figures like Colin Kaepernick and Kyrie and even LeBron. LeBron tries to step out there, and when he does, they go at him. So we need to support these brothers that has that voice. See, I don't have that voice. I don't have any money. I'm not rich. I'm just a regular old working guy. You understand what I'm saying? But it all depends. Once again, like I was talking about David in the field with the sheep, it all depends on what you consider to be regular. But I will use this richness, right, to defend brothers, young brothers like Kyrie. Very, very proud of him.